Right, what you guys have just seen me done is prep this roof. We are doing some solar panels today. I'm down with Matthew Williams, which is just into the shop, hence why I'm trying to keep myself busy for the time being. So we're in solar, there's battery storage. This is the house that myself and Adam did a fuse board move back in 2020, which I'll try and find the thumbnail for the video up here. It did very well back in the day, but Matt's had to nip off to grab some lath because this is in the way. This isn't connected to anything anymore. So what we're going to do is remove this. He's going to pick up some tiles to chuck this in. Hence why we've done it first thing, because if we can't get the tiles to replace this, then we're going to leave it in. But the whole reason is because we're going to be putting an array of panels on here that don't have optimizers on because there's no trees, there's nothing around. This actually will cast a shadow on one of the panels, if not two at some point, which obviously not give us full capacity of our panels. So Matt's just arrived below us. No, give us a wave. Hello. There we go. So now Matt's back. He's going to be jumping into the loft. He'll get a picture. We're going to cut this out of the way, redo the panels, redo the tiles on here, and then he's going to run through with me, putting the rails on. We've done position. He's shown me bits and bobs with that. So I never done solar. I'm going to run through to explain to you guys who haven't done solar before of sort of how it works and how it's done. And to anyone that does do solar, you can laugh at me. Wonderful. Obviously, so because Matt's just been off, I've just took it upon myself to get rid of all the moss as best I can. I then obviously got the hoover out and hoovered all through the gutter in. I don't know if this is a done thing, but if it was me doing solar, this is what I would do beforehand, but
it's the polite thing.
It is the polite thing. So yeah, we're going to crack on. I'll stick the camera on my neck and then bit by bit, we'll run through what we're doing. Right, first things first, while we're here, we're going to get rid of the tiles around to make this accessible space. This was already like that. Matt just asked me, did you do that? I said, no, it wasn't me, I promise. He's managed to get one tile that matches and a couple of other variations that obviously fit this roof, but will be a different colour. So what we're going to do is pinch the ones that are up here that are going to be going underneath the panels to bring down here, so the ones that are on view match, and obviously the ones that are under the panels that you can't see that we're brand new. Oh, lovely cobweb. Straight in my van. Ooh, green cable, here we come.
Don't think I need any laugh.
Fabulous. You're having a laugh, you are. Hey, no. Sorry. Is that was easy enough. God, yeah. You're so strong.
Was there Weetabix involved?
There was plenty. Right, okay.
So we're gonna have to patch this hole up now.
We'll get some spare. You got like a metre square felt in the van?
And we'll pop that over the top.
We can trim that under there, can't we?
And we'll make it good, and then we'll just redress the tiles, like you said. We'll pinch some from a bit further up.
Yep.
And then the ones that we're patching in will be under the...
Because it's the only literally one, there's two new tiles. That matches exactly, and then that is ever so slightly more of a slate finish, but we can just put that, like you say, under the middle of one of the panels, so that'd be...
Yeah.
I mean, they're brand new now anyway, for me cleaning them all. We can see now, we literally just needed the two tiles. We have got this one ever so slightly chipped, but it's within the roof and whatnot, and like I said, we can put that under the panel as well, rather than buy another one.
But
these two.
We have got another panel. We've got
another new one. Oh, right, we'll pull that one out then.
Yeah, we'll take him out.
So, sweet, 3 tiles for this monstrosity. Right, Matt's going to show us a simple and easy way how to get them up. So, which tile do you want up?
So we're going to take that one.
Yep.
And we're going to assume that we've already identified where the rafters are in the roof.
Yep.
We want to get a tile out. We want to screw a roof hook to a tile. So if we want that one, we're going to wedge this one. So we're going to go underneath him, and we're going to put a little wooden wedge in, like so. And then you can either take that one, or sometimes, if you're identifying the rafters, or if you're not sure if the roof hook's going to fall in one tile, or sometimes it goes across into the next one, you can just go a little bit over. So again, if we just gently get that up and wedge in, it'll go down, and then we can nice and easily remove that tile.
Fabulous.
And that's the tile out, and then
work on that.
Your rafter will be underneath there, and you can screw to it.
So Matt's just marking out the roof. To regulations for MCS, it has to be 400 away from each edge, ridge, sides, base, especially the base, because obviously if you've got rain coming off the solar panels, you want to be then hitting the tiles and going into the gutter, or it's just going to be flying off the edge. We're just marking the tiles for 400 from there with some chalk. The panels we need are 6944 all combined. The length of them, the height of the panels is just over 2 meters. for each one. So we're going round, so we're measuring 400 off each. I will then get the tape measure, hold it onto your chalk line, do the centre of that and then half it.
Yeah.
Right, I'm on. That's the middle of the roof, and then we could just halve that and work our way out what we need to do. So these are our brackets. They've got 8 holes in the top. Matt's just explained to me. So that's our joist below, and you can use it. We've got to get the 4 screws in. Is that right? You can't get away with 2.
No, 2's fine.
You can get away with 2.
Yeah, 2's fine. Yeah.
So the 8 brack holes allows you to manoeuvre it around, and for the reason of that is, let's say we sit it directly in the middle there, on the back of this tile where it joins, where you've got to grind it out. You've got, obviously, the way the different tiles are made, grinding out massive chunks. So you can move the bracket across so it would sit within here. So you've got minimal damage and minimal cuttage. Cuttage, that's a good word, to the tiles. So you can manoeuvre it around as and where you want it to sit on the edge. So you're not interrupting and smashing too much of the tile out. So that's a good little plan, right?
So we need to have a look at where the rafters are here. We've measured them and they are every 600. We just need to check that they are.
Yep.
And then we decide then, we're literally going to start this end, and if our nearest one's here, sorry, it's here.
That one, yeah.
So we're going to start there. We're going to measure from the ridge tile down to see how high up the roof we're going with the rail.
Yep.
And then as soon as we know that, we can get the first row of tiles removed, and we can put this roof back together.
Yep.
Get the tiles out that we need out, we can put the roof hooks on, get that first rail on, and we can actually stand on that rail then to get up the roof and
Fabulous.
do the next bit.
Matt was just running me through the hooks. So obviously they bolt to that, that's very self-explanatory, but you want this underside of this bracket to sit on the tile. And with that comes the complication of the edge here. So if you were to screw this back as tight as possible, you're going to be poking out, it's not going to be fun. And I was like, oh, the only way I'd get around that is pack this up or chase this out. And Matt was like, well, there's purpose-made bits from a...
Right, I'm going in. You do what you do because come the end of the day,
Yeah?
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, you can move it over to the left
If I move it to the right ever so slightly and I just do it in between that 2 notches, is that okay with you?
Yeah.
I'll get this screwed on.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's a good little indicator, isn't it? It's a good little marker.
Yeah.
Because things have a habit of moving. So what you end up doing is you get...
Right, I'm going to use my Amazon special. Give this a go.
Are you alright? Do you want some help?
No, you're right. Yeah, that's loads better.
Yeah, flat.
Okay, first part of it is done. We've got all of the brackets in, across, the new 3 tiles I've put in. They'll all be hidden by the solar panels. So now we're gonna go down and get the rails, grab a bite to eat quickly, grab a drink, and yeah, get this bit done. So looking forward to it. But we've got the bottom bit done first to allow us to then stand onto the top bit because I've ended up bringing my ladders up. I actually took the string out, the rope that goes through it, to try and take them apart. The very bottom section is pop riveted and you physically can't separate these 2 ladders, which is annoying, but it is what it is, just because it is quite a steep roof and slippy. So yeah. Right, it's getting a bit windy. I'm putting the rails on. We're just off here, so Matt's got a joiner on there. He was just running through the, I've realised now, don't just put stuff on the roof thinking it's going to stay, because it soon flies off. Is make sure the rails are the same as it goes on. That then slots in there. You can see, and when we bolt this down, it pinches it all into place. And the brackets, obviously they move, so how do we get we make sure that's in line and whatnot? Is it just iron it up, or?
Yeah, so because we are pretty confident that we've gone on the back of the tile with each roof hook, they should. Yeah. However straight the roof is, this should be straight.
So if we just bring every bracket so it sits
exactly,
as far back as it will?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can if you want to, before you put the rail on, you could offer a string across it.
Yep.
And pull it all to the same level on the string. But I think, because this roof looks pretty straight, no such thing as a straight roof, is there? But this looks pretty straight, so we should be okay to
have a pop.
To have a pop, yeah.
Get to use my new toys.
You do, but before we bolt that down,
The joiner. So this is the joiner, so that slots on the back end, is that right?
Yeah.
On there.
Yeah.
And then it just bolts through. And it just slides in place. So does it slide together, yeah? So if I slide that way.
Yeah. You can slide that on. They can be a little bit fiddly. And then it is just a case of lining that next one up and sliding it onto it. Yeah, a bit fiddly. And then we'll get them where we want them now. We'll start. What I normally do is put them finger tight.
Yeah.
So it's on. Make sure we're happy with it. These have got like snap washers on them, so once you've bolted it, they won't back off.
Okay. So it needs to be right first time.
You want it where you want to be happy with where it is before you actually bolt it down.
Finger tight. Matt just said, just check that the brackets are sitting flat, that is biting that side and that side. He's just checking them all the way down across the roof. And then we're going to pull this to the back end, tighten that down, and then look down it. And if you could see from the angle a little bit there, we're just going to, it's nearly straight. It's just like the third one across from the second one. Just needs pushing up ever so slightly.
With your magic bit of kit.
Beautiful. How tight are we doing it?
Because it's aluminium.
Yeah, you don't want to go over the top and snap it. Right, it's a little bit later on in the day. It's all right, the wind has really picked up. The temperature dropped. It's starting to spit a little bit, but we're all right. So everything is up. You can see the rails are in. We found the path that we wanted to take through the loft. So we've got our cables, which are there. We found the ridge tile, we found the tile that we want to take out to poke up through the felt with the different felt lines. I've got down there some 20mm oval conduit, so we're going to grind the back end of the tile out like we've done for the brackets. Matt's now going up in the loft. I'm going to feed these cables to him, pull them all the way to the other side of the loft, pull them down where we want to, towards the garage, and then we're going to get cable stapler out and staple them together. So as and once they're pulled through, we'll jump up in the loft, we'll get the cable stapler out and give that a go. But so far so good. And as long as the weather stays, it's lovely. Can you see them, yeah? Perfecto. Wonderful. So that's where we've taken it down in the corner that goes to the garage. Matt's up here for moral support, cheers mate. Cable stapler, we're going to have a go with this, but we're going to make sure it's going to go up and over, going across, out our main tile over there, and then we can jump up and do the oval conduit. But Matt's just going to pull tension on it while I do this, keep it all nice and neat. So what I do with this, if anyone's not seen them before, I butt end the base of the stapler on to get equal measurements.
Oh, right.
Up and across. Yes. So that's all done. We've left a little bit of slack down there if we wanted to, and we can just go all the way up and over.
And we're just going to staple it.
That's it. And then, like I said to Matt, the harder you press on, the further the nails go in. But if you don't want to do it too hard, you can do it lightly and then tap them with a hammer afterwards. Right, so if you can see the sunlight through there, that's where we're going to go to our tile in a second. That's clipped lovely jubbly up, across. Do you know, I would have left my light then. Down and around, and we'll pinch that as well. Okay, so we've got a length of, it is 20mm, not 25mm. We've got our live, which is the left-hand side of the solar panels coming up. And then over there, we have got the neutral for the other side. So we're just going to pass this one up because it's the longer one. And how we know as well, it's marked at the other end, but light grey is neutral and then black is live. Can link them up through there.
Lock it into place. That's it, we're down.
Fabulous. A little sneaky. So like you said, we can always stuff some silicone in there to cover it up, stop bugs or whatever going up.
Yeah,
or some sponge or...
To be honest, the way you've notched that is absolutely superb because there's hardly any gap around it anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can certainly just put something in it just to seal it.
Okay, down in the garage now, coming towards the end of the day. It is 4:20. So you're sat on currently the EcoFlow batteries and inverter, which I'll show you through in a second. We're going to be fitting these in a short while, but they're probably on the next video. Behind me is the fuse board that I was on about earlier. My board, 24th of the 9th, 2020, that myself and Adam did way back and when with the old dual surges. This is when we extended the cables from up there, brought them down to that, and did some extra sockets in and around the garage. This is what we've got going on, small way fuse box board. So we're going to get some 20mm conduit tomorrow that's going to come across. And the reason we're bringing it across this far is because just above here in the ceiling, back there is the brickwork for the bedroom above. This side is the loft space for above the garage. So we're going to bring that across to the board here, go straight up with our 6mm for the battery storage and a CT coming back towards the fuse board for the main tails. The hatch that the customer cut a while ago to run some datas, there are cables up there to come down the live and neutral from the solar panels. The string that's going to be brought down, heating conduit, which we're picking up tomorrow. But now we're just going to unpack some of this stuff and get it on the wall. Yeah, fabulous. Excuse me, you're an electrician?
I know, yeah. I'm so sorry. I've let the whole side down.
Right, base unit first.
Yeah, let's get him out.
This way.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the template.
Floor mark. Okay.
And it's only simple things, but you've got.
Nice. That is cool. Yeah, it's a nice little
Your
piece.
feet, and you have got some
Anchor bolts.
Anchor bolts.
Yeah.
Drop-in anchors, bolts, whatever we call it. But this is the base for the battery, for the whole system.
A little bubble and everything.
Yeah. So you've got your little level there, and you sit it on the wall there. But then you think, well, how far away from the wall do I need it?
Ah.
And that's where.
Oh Christ.
This bad boy goes on like so. That's the wall, and then that, depending on how many batteries you're putting on, and we're obviously going to the 3 batteries. But once we've levelled that up, screw hole for the first, screw hole for the second, screw hole for the third. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Wow.
That's in the middle, isn't it?
There's absolute smack bang in the middle. We're in the middle of the wall, we're level, hunky-dory, this has been brought out to the right thing, so normally it would be a marksman time, but it means moving from where we are, so. Okay, Matt has told me, let me just shut the microphones on. Matthew has told me that these open super fantastic, terrifically, so it's a snip, snip and a pull.
Yeah.
My mate had that done the other day, actually.
At the same time.
Yeah, I gave him a lift. Oh.
Snippy. Snippy.
Okay.
Get them out of the way. Not that we need to.
I'm glad my finger wasn't caught on the other end of it, that's fine.
Did I get you?
No.
Well, shall I just finish the job?
Yeah, please, mate.
And I'll do the same on the other side. The not so glamorous assistant. Move that out of the way. Sorry, camera. Strong handles, look. That is your battery. That just lifts out. 55 kilo. We're just going to walk that over now to the base.
Okay, we'll do little walkie walks like this.
And we pop him on. Before we do that, if we just drop him down there a second, we've just got to put the brackets on the back. Then it's going to screw into there.
So it's come with 2 brackets like that. So you've got the fixing holes there. If you just fix that to this and that to that, and then like Matt said, you've got if it needs to stay up from the wall a little bit, if you need to manoeuvre it, you've got the slots to allow you the manoeuvrement. The manoeuvrement, yeah, that makes sense.
Manoeuvrability. So what we'll do is we'll put these on loosely. We'll put the battery on the base. We'll obviously offer it to it, and then we can secure that to the wall, and then just tighten those up.
Fabulous.
Okay. Get him into position. That's it. He's on. Number 2.
That does just slot, doesn't it?
That is just ridiculous, isn't it? 2 on each side now.
So we already did these ones down here, and then you just got to bang them in there just to interlock them a little bit more.
But interestingly, that's absolutely solid.
There's no movement in that.
It's going nowhere.
Right, 15 kilowatts of battery on, done, dusted, level. Next, last thing is just the inverter. Hit me, Matthew, hit me with some facts.
This is a 6 kilowatt hybrid inverter. It's got 6 kilowatt charge and discharge. So with 15 kilowatts of storage bolted to it, you can have the kettle and the oven on at the same time and you're still not going to pull from the grid. It's all coming from this.
And it looks good.
And it looks amazing.
Yeah.
15-year warranty.
15-year warranty.
Which is one of the best in the market.
Yeah, because I was about to say with Give Energy, so I'm obviously doing some stuff with Give Energy soon for my own project sort of thing, and that's a 12-year warranty. And when I heard the 12-year warranty from them, I thought, whoa, like that is a long time. Obviously this is 15, so it's nice to see, because obviously the first time I properly install battery storage, I have to see what this is like and what it will compare across to the other stuff. So it's a nice comparison. I'm glad it's not going to be from when I fit their stuff. Obviously I'm going to be giving it for free, which I've said before, I don't want to come across as too biased, but now I've got something to compare it against. I think it's a better video for everyone's sake.
Yeah. So this is the bit of kit that comes. This is the
look at
box.
that.
This is the box of tricks. So in here you've got your various different bits and pieces.
Stay still. You can move now. Cool. I was flipping the camera around. Sorry, mate. CT. Then you've got your meter. And then obviously the different plugs go into your
mains, backup if you're using it. They've sent you the MC4 connections to go into the inverter. You've even got
more.
You've got your ferrules.
Nice, more screws.
Yeah. So everything they even give you in each pack your MC4.
Oh, to tighten it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
The wrench, the spanner.
That's one thing I'm going to be doing tomorrow, guys. Obviously, because there's going to be a second part to this. Is I'm going to make my very first MC4 connector off. But I'm not even touching this. Matt's going to do this bit. I was just asking about if there's any more brackets, but it's not. And
well, I do want you to hold the other side.
Okay. Oh, the inverter. Sorry.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. It's like that, is it?
We're recording.
Yeah. And that's it. And then this will stay in place by the 4 screws either side.
Yeah.
It looks nice colour, isn't it?
Lovely.
Grey is definitely in at the moment. Okay. 4 more screws, and then we'll wrap this video up. That is us done and dusted for this day's video. Absolutely, it's a long day. We are sitting at 5:15. Matt is outside, so I've just decided to film this bit so I don't have to help him tidy the cardboard up. That's the sort of plan with this. That's on 15 kilowatt with the inverter, all hunky-dory ready for tomorrow. I'm going to do this tomorrow and mess around with the other fuse board, getting the conduit up, dropping it down, doing an AC isolator, a DC isolator, and all the stuff that goes with that I've not done before. Matt's going to give us a chuck. Solar panels turn up, so we're going to be taking them on the roof, connecting them up, and then full test commission tomorrow and on. That's it. Is that right, Matt?
Yep.
So yeah,
that's it. Thank
you very much for watching, guys. And if Matt's video's out yet, I'll put Matt's YouTube channel in the description, top pin comment. Go and check it out. But he's obviously filmed some other stuff for him, but he does a hell of a lot of solar and battery storage as well. So if you're interested in it, go and check his channel out. Love you, bye. You got to say love you, bye.
Love you, bye.